Hello, Maui. This is the Alive and Well Natural Therapies Hour with your host, Mona Jones.
And Dennis Jones. Aloha. Thank you for joining us again today. We have an exciting show for you again, as usual, with some incredible testimonial and information on how you can really maximize an optimum degree of healthy health in your life.
And we're nutrition specialists with over 35 years experience in the field of alternative health therapies and the proud and happy owners of Alive and Well at 340 Hana Highway, Kahului, where coincidentally we're also present at Alive and Well. So unusual, isn't it? To have the owners there trying to help you and interacting with you. But that is what occurs along with a wonderful staff, amazing deli at Alive and Well. You have got to experience this, and whatever holidays may be occurring, whatever direction you choose to have a holiday, you can have catering from that awesome deli at Alive and Well in a number of fantastic directions.
You could even have a no-holiday holiday.
You could have a no-holiday. I think we all need that very often, like maybe hourly. And I know that I really am addicted, but it's a great addiction because it doesn't have foods that I'm sensitive to, and it's completely raw to the amazing raw desserts. There's like a but it's very slight with a little of the agave nectar, organically raised. It's just amazing, and all the wonderful choices you can have there.
You haven't tasted healthy dessert in your life until you've tasted the raw dessert at Alive and Well.
Right, and it's extremely restricted in any kind of sweetening. It doesn't have any sugar present in it, and it's made from the raw organic coconut and other raw chocolate. It's just amazing. So I'm going on about this, but it is great. Now, before we talk about testimonials, again, let me say that Dennis and I do not solicit any testimonials. You give them very freely. We're thrilled at what you share with us and the great friendships that we have with you and the wonderful things that you talk about and how nutrition has helped you so effectively. That's a thrill. But we do not solicit that. No one yet has asked me for the song and dance. Sometimes I do it, although my son and daughter usually threaten me with, if not bodily harm, that they're going to leave the planet if I start singing and dancing.
You know, I had a request the other day. A woman said to me, she says, I have an appointment with your wife at such and such a time in a few minutes, and do I really have to ask her to sing and dance?
Did she really? I wish I'd known that. But she didn't do it. Oh, my.
Well, she was shy.
Well, I guess.
It's a small space over there. You can't really break out in full voice.
I can do it.
No.
I mean, under a test, I can do it. We do want to say, too, that Dennis and I are not doctors. We don't claim to be doctors. We don't put people on medications or take them off medications. That's a doctor's province. What we are nutritional educators with literally going on 40 years experience in this field. And we give people great, fantastic information about what doctors have learned about nutrients in clinical trials so that can be intelligently applied to your own health protocol. Okay? And let's start, sweetie.
All right, sweetie, here comes one. A fellow came in the other day with... had to share this testimonial with me. He says, I've got to tell you the news. I had very high cholesterol and the terrible restrictions of plaque in my arteries. And after a couple of months on cardiozyme, reduced my cholesterol dramatically. And not only that, he says, but there's shown dramatic improvement in blood flow in all my arteries.
Wonderful. That's a really important point. I mean, talk about cholesterol drugs and the serious side effects and the fact that they don't in any way help against heart disease, but actually create it. And here you're talking about a combination of substances in one product called cardiozyme that not only reduces cholesterol, but helps to chelate out and remove plaque with nutrients.
It dissolves it, digests it and dissolves it and removes it from your arteries, thereby opening the blood flow to that in that artery, so more efficient blood flow to your brain, to your heart, to your toes and your fingers. So you really get blood flowing again the way you did maybe 30 or 40 years ago before the plaque started to build up.
And then sometimes you get a good blood flow to the tongue and you can talk better. You know what I'm saying?
Am I having trouble talking?
No, I'm just saying that if you yak all the time and you talk all the time, you want good blood flow everywhere, including to the tongue.
To the tongue. Maybe you could use some cardiozyme.
Give me some right now. Okay.
But you interrupted my train of thought, and I know
know
what I was going to say.
A train of thought. You see, a train kind of gets in one direction. It's on one track. It's got one destination. It has to be able to go into little offshoots whenever necessary.
You offshot it, that's for sure.
Go ahead,
okay.
kid.
I don't know what I was going to say about
Very good.
cardiozyme.
Well, we do have fat.
And, here's what I was going to say.
All right.
Okay. The nutrients in cardiozyme have been proven by doctors to reduce LDL cholesterol anywhere from 20 to 25%.
That's the bad cholesterol,
That's the
low-density lipoprotein.
Bad cholesterol.
Yes.
Okay. And excuse me, and improve the HDL cholesterol, the good cholesterol, anywhere from 15 to 20%. So your overall cholesterol numbers may only show a 5 or 10% drop, but the LDL will show a dramatic drop, and the HDL will show a dramatic increase.
Wonderful.
Result, increased health of your whole entire bod.
Amazing.
Okay? Now, secondly, the enzymes in cardiozyme have been shown not only to reduce arterial plaque, but also beta amyloid plaque in the brain. Now, why is that important? Because beta amyloid plaque in the brain is a symptom or a precursor to dementia and Alzheimer's. This isn't my wishful thinking. This is a fact. The holistic physicians have found that the regular physicians have found in clinical trials that when beta amyloid plaque builds up in the brain, you have a much higher incidence of senior moments of dementia and Alzheimer's.
And that's where cardiozyme is a great buddy to pain power, the complete natural vegetarian enzyme formula, systemic enzymes, because what they know about beta amyloid plaque also is that, or neurofibrillatory tangles is that inflammation is the main cause.
That's right.
And when you deal with inflammation, then you're helping to protect your brain against this abnormal state that results in dementia. And so that's very thrilling. And we had a call from, I do say his name because it's been fine just to say his first name, Federico, the young man who years ago had only a few months to live from stomach cancer that filled up his esophagus, his stomach. It spread to his liver. He couldn't eat anything. He was a young father of 2 little children, lovely wife, and I think another one on the way. Anyway, he had applied nutritional knowledge. He came and we talked with him, told him about nutrients like AHCC from Japan, active hexose correlated compound, the wonderful aspects of that. IP6, the work of Dr. Sham Sudden, the nutrient that had been so developed.
Who is head of pathology at the University of Maryland Medical Center. Okay.
Wonderful.
These aren't some backwoods type people. These are forefront in scientific research.
And Dr. Sham Sudden and the physicians in Japan had proved that these nutrients like AHCC or IP6 triple natural killer cell activity. That's your body's army that it kills cancer cells. Okay. You want to make them 3 times as active. You don't want to paralyze the suckers.
And 3 times isn't the limit. They say anywhere from 3 to 5 times.
Right, but they're admitting to at least 3, or at least triple, and that's just part of the picture, because we understand that the nature of cancer. Dr. Matthias Rath, cardiologist, was one of those that opened our eyes in the 80s to the fact that cancer cells emit inflammatory chemicals. And he called it collagenase, an inflammatory chemical, so that it could transmigrate from wherever it was into tissue that it had irritated or inflamed, so it could get started over there. I almost got that out.
Collagenase digests cell walls. The collagen in the cell wall is digested by collagenase. And collagenase is an enzyme that cancer cells produce. That's how they can spread from cell to